this is what I got in my portfolio, and hopefully you have this in yours. IMBC is going to be a legendary project in the making. For you know how much you can get of this for $100? You could get a whopping 1.2 billion for $100. Now this project, I'm gonna let y'all know, is a drug development project, and it costs around about $2 billion in funding to finance all the drugs that you take or whatever, whether it be Cialis, whether it be pills for arthritis, treatments for arthritis, whatever, eczema, whatever drug or whatever ailment that you have, it costs an average of $2 billion in 10 years worth of work. Now with your $100 it gets you 70% of the work is already complete. And within this year, next year, they're looking to move on to human trials. But the more cash, the more capital they get, the sooner that will be. And so your turnaround on that $100 may only be 3 years. And you may say, man, that's how long it's gonna take me to get my money back. 3 years. You're getting 1.2 billion of this. And if it could go to $1 even with this supply. It could go to $1 even with the supply. The only thing it needs is a finished product to do so. I firmly believe that. Because you have to think about how many countries spend a lot on healthcare, spend a lot on people with HIV in Europe, in these socialized countries who have HIV. Biktarvy, and that's created by Gilead Science. Um, it costs about $36,000 in US in USD in the US every single year for treatment. And IMBC is looking to become a cost-effective treatment for people with HIV. And not only that, they're looking to actually kill the virus, right? And so what you're investing in the ability to buy these products. And you may say, man, I don't have HIV. How is this going to be useful to me? There are people with HIV and countries who support people with HIV. That's valuable to them. And so this is how you should be thinking. You should be thinking, what's valuable to everybody else? Water is valuable to everybody else. So I should open my mind and think about getting some mineral rights, getting some water rights, because you can be Jeff Bezos, you could be Oprah. You know, if you get dehydrated and you don't get no water, that money is not gonna mean nothing to you. It ain't gonna mean nothing to you. So that's why you have to think outside the box as an investor. And IMBC is just one of those projects you invest and you forget you have it, because you're not investing in for the money right now. You invest in it for the future. Because right now, even if you're working, you're losing about 1.8% monthly and about 12-13% annually, even when you just save money. And this is according to just the rate of inflation and the rate of rates are today. And rates are much lower than when this was issued. Um, but basically, just reading this, the 1 year rate when this was written is now 0.2%. The 10 year rate is about 2%, and the 30-year rate is only about 4%. Now, these are a lot higher, granted. Those rates, the 30-year have come down and the 10-year have come down, but short-term rates have actually went up. But what does this mean, right? What does this mean? It means in the long term, you're not going to get a return on your savings, on your dollar. And I feel that hyperinflation is going to be here because even with regular inflation last year, I believe it was Senator from Louisiana, John Kennedy. was talking to Federal Federal Reserve Chair, now Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, about what inflation would be last year. He asked her, "Do you think inflation would average 2%?" You know, and then he asked, "Do you think it would average 5%?" She wouldn't comment on either. Um, but then he went on a spiel. Basically, he said, you know, a 5% increase in inflation is is a 5% tax on food, on energy, on everything. It's a 5% increase on everything. So if every year we're losing on average, that was 1.8%. But now inflation's around 5.6%. Um, you know, in some areas in the United States, it's actually seven. Let's just say it's 7%, and you're only earning 0.2%. You're still losing every time you save. You're still losing damn near 6% annually. That's not good. And that's only with regular inflation. Imagine when hyperinflation kicks in and you don't have the ability to buy physical gold, silver, um, copper, cryptocurrency, mineral rights. Imagine when that time comes. And that time is coming very sooner than rather than later. This is not to like scare you. This isn't to scare tactic you. This is to help you get prepared. Please subscribe, like my channel. I'm going to do everything in my power every day to give you the latest information because I don't want you left behind. I want you to be buying, bro. If you want to deck your house out with Lamborghinis everywhere, I want you to be able to do that and provide generational wealth for your children's children. Because, like, you know, all those things are great, but all we have is time. And how do you want to spend it? Thank you for watching. And please, just stay wise and stay high. It's Ganja Fire. I'm out.